Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to the Big Buck Legends One-on-One Podcast.
All right, I think all the levels are set.
go. Let's go.
Here's your host, Jason Joy.
Joining us now, one of the great guys. I tell you what, we love when we get a chance to catch up with him, and it's great to hear his voice as he celebrates an anniversary. We're going to talk about that, and it's the great John Berry. John, how are you, buddy?
I'm terrific. How about yourself?
Oh, doing great. It's great to hear you. First off, how's the health? How's the family?
Health is good, rocking along, and family. Matter of fact, we just got back from Texas visiting our son and his daughter and his wife out in East Texas. And so it's a lot of fun. We went out there and got to visit them for a couple of days, then go do a show while I was out there near Dallas, then go back to their house for a couple of days before coming home.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that was a lot of fun. And we took my daughter-in-law, who I have a son and daughter-in-law that live here in Gallatin, Tennessee, where we are.
Uh-huh.
And so my son had to work, but his wife, Kayla, went with us, and our little grandson, who's 2 years old. So that was a lot of fun to take him out to see his aunt and uncle and his cousin. So that was a good time.
How special is it for you to be known as Granddad?
Oh, Papa.
Papa.
That's my favorite word in the whole world right there.
They always tell you, kids, I'm kind of going through this now in my life, but, kids obviously change your life. But when you have grandkids, that's when you get to have a whole lot more fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And when they start saying, calling out for Papa, that's a pretty cool thing. Now, they call my wife Birdie.
Birdie?
And so Birdie, yeah. Huh. So it took a little while before my grandson would say it, but all of a sudden he started saying Birdie, Birdie, Birdie. It's pretty awesome, boy. It just thrilled her heart.
I don't know why, but my kids have all decided that I'm going to be known to my grandkids, and I have a 7-month-old granddaughter right now, so she'll be speaking, I'm sure, eventually here soon. But I'm going to be Grumps. I don't know why they want to call me Grumps, but that's what I'm supposed to be. So.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, going back a little bit to talk, I think we talked to you last time we caught up with you was right after you got back out on the road and doing some things, and you had your health scare there. How long did it take you to kind of to get back to full song, and how you felt, you can go through a whole show without any issues or anything when it came to the throat?
It took a little while, maybe 6-8 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
We were back doing shows. For some of your listeners might not know I had throat cancer,
mm-hmm.
And treatments for it in January or starting February of 2019, and by summer of 2019 we're back out doing some dates, being cautious about it, but
mm-hmm.
But then did Christmas tour 2019 and got through that without any issues. So,
well, and
then, a little bit of time, nothing extreme. So,
well, and then of course COVID hit and took everybody kind of off the road for a little while. So that probably helped you, I'm assuming, a little bit to kind of rest things and come back full song when we were getting life back to normal.
Yeah, I tell you what though, the more consistent you are
mm-hmm.
with singing, for me, the better it is. Time off is like an enemy.
Yeah,
it's like if you work out every single day,
mm-hmm.
it keeps you in shape, and you take a month off and you go back to doing it. It's like, oh my God, what happened? Same thing with singing.
And you got to get through the soreness again, right?
You got to get all the gunk out.
John Berry's hanging out here with us, and John, congratulations on this 30th anniversary. And as we're recording this, the anniversary will be coming up here in the next month. In fact, on May 21st, it'll be 30 years for the iconic hit "Your Love Amazes Me." So congratulations on that. 30 years ago. It's hard to believe, right?
It's insane to think that song's 30 years old. But it seems like I recorded it a couple weeks ago, and but it's been a good song for us, and people have responded to it. It was written by Chuck Jones and Amanda Hunt Taylor, two wonderful writers, and I just was the lucky guy who drew the card who got to sing it. And it's been a true blessing. And matter of fact, I was doing a show in Texas this past weekend, and lo and behold, after the show, up walks Amanda Hunt Taylor.
Huh.
So that was a real treat.
How did you two get together to where you got this song?
Actually, I became friends with Chuck Jones, and Chuck and I wrote a couple of songs together on my debut album, and I was listening through some reels of Chuck's original songs and ran across Your Love Amazes Me. I said, well, yeah, I'll take that one. Thank you very much. And actually, I couldn't have it because Tanya Tucker had it on hold for her upcoming album on Capitol Records. And so I said, well, if something happens and she doesn't record it, I'd like to be first in line to get it. And I was, and she turned her album in several weeks later, and it was completed, and Your Love Amazes Me was not on the record. So I feel very fortunate that I got to record the song, and Tanya actually ended up using her version on her greatest hits record a few years later, and she did a great job.
Yeah.
And to me, it's one of those songs. The singer's not nearly as important as the song, and her version was pretty awesome. She probably would have had a big old hit with it. So I feel fortunate I got to do it.
Take folks inside the industry a little bit here, and when you talked about, you heard it, you put your name in the hat for it, basically to get it. Once Tanya already laid her claim on it, how does that process work when it comes to matching songs to performers and vice versa? How's that all come together?
Well, there are song pluggers, people that their job is to try and place songs with artists that they think it's a good fit. And I think that's it's a gift, really, in publishing. When a publishing company has got somebody who can hear a song and go, man, John Barry needs to hear this, or Reba McEntire needs to hear this. And they've got that background that they know that voice would really suit that song well, and that artist, this is the kind of song that they would embrace, and there are people that have that job and responsibility to go and try and get those songs placed, and it often works. But then here in Nashville, a lot of times in the publishing community, people say that songs have their way of finding to who's supposed to sing them. They find their way to who is the artist that records it. Well, they do. It's kind of funny, There's been several people that recorded Your Love Amazes Me before I did, and just nothing ever happened with it, and it got to me, and there it was.
Well, as I say, it takes the right voice to go to the right song to make it a hit like that one did 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
That's
wow.
Amazing. And congratulations on that. That is, and that kind of brought you into the forefront and gave you this long career that you continue to enjoy today. And, going back to the songwriters and the artists coming together type deal, there is a group of artists out there that are just great performers that may not be great writers. There's guys like yourself, guys and girls like yourself that can perform and also write. And there's other people out there that are just writers that have had huge success like that. And it's a great community to kind of bring things together. I know you love performing. I know that. How big are you on the writing side?
Oh, it's I love it when it's done. The process to me is tough. I'm not a prolific writer like some of my friends are, and like Chuck Jones can spit one out before breakfast, and But for me, it's just not that easy, and but I do love it when a song comes together. Like I wrote a song with Liz Hingber and Will Robinson, and Liz has written a lot of hits for Reba McEntire, and we wrote a song together that we sat and talked and had conversation for a little while, and all of a sudden the song spilled out on the table called The Richest Man. It's a song about my dad, and it was fast. I mean, fast. And I hate to think that I would not, for some reason, didn't go to that writing appointment for some reason, and that song would have never been written. And that's really sad to me to think of, because I think it's the greatest song I've ever written.
Wow.
And it's quite a piece of music. So
would that be something we might get down the road from you?
Well, it's on an album I did called Thomas Road a couple of years ago, and I don't know if everybody will ever hear it or not. People, it's just one of those things,
But that's one of those ones that's special to you.
You can go find it at all the streaming sites, I'm sure, or purchase the record and at my website at johnberry.com. But it's a special song. It really is. I do it every show. Every show I do, I play this song. Richest Man.
That is awesome. And this is John Berry. It's hanging out here with us. And you talked about your albums. You guys just re-released, 3 of your albums not too long ago? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Star Vista does digital streaming platforms, and they wanted to re-release them. They remastered them and re-released them, and it's pretty cool. And it'll get my music out to a lot of folks that probably never heard me before. So I like that.
That's awesome indeed. All right, real quick, John, before we let you go here, I know you're a busy man, but a couple of things I know you got coming up here. Obviously, the anniversary coming up here in the month of May, the 30th anniversary for your song, but also, too, another event that I know you're proud to be a part of with our buddy T.G. Shepard and his beautiful wife, Kelly Lang. You got the Country for a Cause, which raises funds for the Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, going to be going on down there in Nashville, June the 5th. And you're part of a huge lineup on this deal. Mo Bandy, Chad Brock's going to be there, T. Graham Brown, of course, T.G. Shepard, Crystal Gale, Lee Greenwood, Terry Gibbs going to be there, Lacey J. I mean, you got everybody that's going to be there for this thing.
There's going to be a good bunch of folks there. I've done it once or twice before, and it's always a great event, and of course for a wonderful cause with the Children's Hospital of Vanderbilt. So I'm looking forward to being back and being a part of the show.
Yeah, Third and Lindsay.
TG and Kelly are super people.
Oh yeah,
terrific folks.
Just talked to them last week, and they're doing fantastic. And of course, they got new music coming out too. Speaking of new music, anything new from you coming up in the horizon?
Not right now. I'm sure we will, but nothing in the works yet.
That's good. And one last thing we got to touch on, and I know we are blessed to be able to get you to come to our region when you do your big Christmas show, and you're approaching that 30th year of doing the Christmas shows. I know you take pride in it. I know you love doing the Christmas shows, and obviously the fans love it because you pack houses everywhere you go. Getting ready. I know you'll be starting to look ahead. They'll be here before you know it, right?
Oh yeah, we're locking in dates. I think we've already got the first. We typically do about 20 cities. I think we've got 12 or 14 on the books right now. So we've got a handful left waiting to come in. So hopefully we'll get there close to you folks.
Yeah, I know you come to our region here a couple times. I think in the Ohio area. So we're looking forward to that. And it's kind of cool. I think. And, obviously Christmas is very special to all of us, spiritually, musically, everything too. But I love the fact that how much pride and what you put into your Christmas shows, kind of similar to what the Oak Ridge Boys do with their Christmas shows too, and how much longevity that you guys have had in doing these performances, because people love them every year. It's part of their holiday traditions.
It really is a lot of fun. It really is just pretty special to be able to go out and do music that just, to me, means so much to so many people. It's pretty amazing.
That's awesome. And folks can find out more info on your website. I know you guys will announce the Christmas tour coming up here pretty soon. Plus, you can pick up albums there, too, and a whole lot more. And, John Berry, appreciate you as always, sir. Congratulations. I wanted to get you in here to celebrate that 30th anniversary. And you always have a home here with us, and always have an open microphone for you, too, whenever. So if you got anything happening, just let us know. We'd be glad to help you out.
I appreciate that.
Well, there you have it, folks. The great John Berry, and celebrating his 30th anniversary this month of the big hit, Your Love Amazes Me. It's hard to believe 30 years ago. Matter of fact, it went #1 on May 21st, 1994. Thanks for checking in here with our Big Buck Legends one-on-one podcast. Don't forget to share the show. Don't forget to subscribe on all your favorite outlets, and tell a friend about us, too. We got more great stuff with the legends coming your way here on the Big Buck Legends one-on-one podcast. God bless everybody. Have a safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, son, the party's over.
This has been a Big Buck Legends one-on-one podcast.
Thank you for checking us out. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast.
Okay, I need to tell you two things.
A production of Kindred Digital in association with Toy Production Services. All rights reserved. Big Buck Country 1015.